Okay, so this is not the easiest thing for me to do. And if no one views this, fine by me. I don't expect for anyone to feel bad for me or anything. I just feel that my story should be told. When I was 4 years old, I was put into what they call emergency placement. And that's because me and my brother were taken away from our home since my little brother, who was 3, was murdered. Or, well, they didn't know that for sure, but he was dead. So they emergency placed us with my family that I'm living with now. And me and my brother had the same mom, but 2 different dads. Mine was originally in jail, and his was out. And until 2016, this year, it took them this long to finally convict my brother's father of killing my little brother. William and me, the one who was murdered, was 3, and we had the same mom and dad. My birth mother did not like me at all because I was a girl, and she hated girls. And so for 4 years of my life, I had no mom, no dad. I was put with a lady who took care of me as if she was like my grandparent, kinda. And I have 3 other brothers. Well, 3 other siblings. I have a sister and 2 other brothers. And all 5 of us are adopted. My parents took their life, well, my adopted parents gave their life up to raise us. And I know there are a lot of people who've had it rough than me and are having it rough than me, but that was always a big part of my life. For years, I couldn't let it go. He was my little brother, and he was taken from me. And I read in the papers this year that our birth mother commented that she was sad that she didn't get to spend time with her baby boy or her 2 other kids. Yet she was out partying. She hated me so much. Christian was her favorite. My one brother was her favorite, and that was it. It's nothing for the other 2. And so I was adopted by the family I'm with now. And they're amazing. I love them. But even with that, for years, I suffered with depression. I was born with it, I guess. I'll have it till the day I die. Always. It doesn't always show. I seem happy sometimes. But deep down inside, I always feel it. All through elementary school, middle school, and most of high school, I felt like this odd kid out. Like I didn't belong. Like because I wasn't popular or wasn't in sports or I just wasn't rich or anything like that I didn't belong. Like I was just invisible. And I always had a weight problem when I was little. In middle school, in 7th grade, I weighed 175 pounds. And in 8th grade, I got it down to 150. And then people started noticing me more. But because I was heavier, a lot of people wanted nothing to do with me. And in high school, I got my weight down even more. And then a few more people noticed me. And then I started to fit in a little bit more. And I tried so hard to be nice to a lot of people, ignore the stares, ignore the comments I'm always hearing, but it's never going to go away. That is always going to be there. People are always going to judge you and always going to make comments. It's just what they do. They have nothing better to do. I'm not perfect. I'm far from it. I'm not going to lie. I was the bully at some times. If there was a person I had a problem with, I was the bully. At the end of the night, I felt so bad about myself. Because I couldn't figure out why my brother was killed. I couldn't figure out why it was so hard for all 5 of us. Why we all handled things differently. I couldn't understand it. And it drove me insane. I never expected to be popular. I don't want to be the most liked girl. No, I don't want that, but I don't at the same time want people to look at me as if I'm some unimportant person who has no place. It's not okay with me, and I'm not gonna sit here and say it is. I know a lot of people aren't gonna watch this, and honestly, a lot of people aren't gonna care, and understand that, and that's fine. But it's important for me to get this out. It just is. For years, I've suffered with depression, with constant pain in my ankle, my knee, my wrist, and my stomach. I've always had constant pain, physically and emotionally, from a lot of things. And I never knew how to deal with it, and I still don't, honestly. It's still hard. I made it, though. I'm a senior. I made it this far, and I plan to keep going. But I can guarantee you that it is not easy. It's not easy for me, and it's not easy for anyone else who is in the same situation, or who is in any kind of situation. No one's perfect. No one has their life made out for them. Everyone has some kind of struggle that they're going through. And even though I have a lot of enemies, I know I do, but I'll always still be there as someone to talk to. Doesn't mean I'm always going to be friends with my enemies, but I'll still be there to talk to. There's always going to be a feeling of something's missing. Even when I graduate, when I go on to college and get my career set for me, there's always going to be a void. And for years, I've blamed myself for so many things. I lost a friend in a car accident. I blamed myself for that. Personally, I think it's good to be heard and to make your voice heard. And not everyone's going to listen to this. I don't expect anyone to. And if you do, thank you. Doesn't mean I want sympathy or anything. It just, before you go and judge me and say I'm bi or she's a freak or things like that, take and consider that I'm not perfect and neither are you. And that I want to be treated just like you do, like I matter. And deep down, I know I matter. May not be to you, but I matter to myself and to my family. And that's pretty damn enough for me.